Alright, this is a walkthrough of the electromagnet lab. It's a pretty straightforward lab. What you're going to do is you're going to access a simulation right here. And all we're going to do is we're going to mess around with the number of coils, and we're going to mess around with how the voltage impacts this thing. So this simulation is going to pop up a window that looks kind of like this. And you can kind of see here we have an electromagnet. It looks a whole awful lot like a bar magnet. You can see the magnetic field wrapping around on this guy. You can see it wrapping around on this guy, and a compass obviously would track this guy. What we can do is we can go ahead and show the magnetic field meter, and you can just go ahead and position this thing just right over here. It doesn't matter exactly where, as long as you don't move this thing. And what we can do is we can mess around with the number of loops, kind of as such, and you can kind of see what happened to the magnetic field. And then you can go ahead and mess around with the voltage and observe what's going on with the magnetic field as well as those electrons, and actually have you flip that guy around. So all you're going to do is you're going to be reading this component right here, the magnetic field. It does have a unit of Gauss, but that's a bit beyond 102, and you're going to record that value for 1, 2, 3, and 4 coils and answer how it seemed to affect the strength of the magnetic field. And then you're going to mess around with the voltage. I have you do 10 volts, 5 volts, 0 volts, 5, and negative 10. And just record the magnetic field right there. And say, how does this affect the electromagnetic? Pretty straightforward lab, I believe.